Hello, everyone. My name's Dale Parrish. I'm the state director for Convention of States here in Indiana. I've just finished doing my state director report that I do every month, which is an in depth view of the status of our state and how things are going for us here in the state of Indiana. And I do this at the beginning of every month for all the leadership individuals in the state of Indiana. So that's a very confidential report. But what I'm going to bring to you today, for those of you that are viewing our newsletter for the first time, perhaps, is I'm going to give you a little snapshot of what that report was all about. Again, this is just a quick snapshot of what we're doing here in the state of Indiana for Convention of States, and hopefully you'll want to join us to become an activist with Convention of States. So I'm going to bring up my PowerPoint. This is, of course, an abbreviated PowerPoint from what I've already presented and recorded earlier. But hopefully you'll enjoy this. Now, hopefully you can see everything here, and I'll just stay off to the side here so you can hear me and watch me talk your way through this. Okay, let's. I want to share with you again. Now, this is a snapshot of what we're all about here in the state of Indiana. So, the first thing I want to present to you is what the Convention of States National Vision Statement is. And this is something that we remind ourselves of frequently. So it is a vision statement that we're trying to achieve, and that is to build a strong, engaged army of self-governing activists. That's what the vision statement for Convention of States nationally is. Now, here in Indiana, we have a mission statement, and our mission statement is to restore self-governance by recruiting, training, and deploying citizen activists to engage in all levels of government. So we firmly believe that achieving our mission statement here in Indiana brings us a step closer to realizing the vision statement for Convention of States nationally. So this is our mission statement. This is what we gear all of our activities toward achieving here in the state of Indiana. Now, we've set forth some specific objectives that we were trying to accomplish here in 2023, along with a lot of other things, but these are some specific objectives that we're trying to accomplish. We want to get to 70,000 petition signers here in Indiana. Now, we currently have about 63,000. We want to get to 70,000 petition signers. We want to create 100 new volunteer activists. And hopefully, if you're watching this, that you'll want to become one of those volunteer activists here in the state of Indiana. We want to grow and create 12 region captains. We have 14 regions total across the state of Indiana. We have actually 6 active right now, and we want to get to 12 in 2023. As far as legislative objectives, we want to find and identify 5 pieces of legislation coming out of the 2023 legislative session that we can support, not only here in Indiana, but nationally. So we're looking at identifying 5 bills coming out of the state legislature session for 2023. Also, legislatively, we want to address some legislative rules that are in place in our state legislature. And this would, in doing so, we have some changes we'd like to see made, but above all, we want to improve the transparency of these rules. So if you're with us and you can get the in-depth report, you'll understand what we're talking about a little bit more. But I just wanted to touch on those those are our objectives that we're trying to accomplish here in Indiana in 2023. Now, I want to invite all of you, if you have any interest at all, we're going to hold a rally on March 8th at the State Capitol building. We do this every year. We call it the Surge Day. This is a day where we gather. We have an information table. We hand out information. We try to meet with our legislators as much as possible, either there at our information table or in their private office, talking to them about Convention of States and what we're trying to accomplish. So, big day for us. And we would love to have you attend. So hopefully you'll be able to work that into your schedule. Again, this is coming up on March 8th, just next month. And I believe that's a Wednesday. So if at all possible, try to attend our rally on March 8th at the State Capitol building. Now, this is a new program, a recruitment program that we've implemented. Just started it actually last Sunday on the 29th of January. It's called the Indiana Step Up Program. And you'll see this in the newsletter that you're going to be receiving here for the month of February. And this is a series of landing pages for you to go through if you're interested in joining Convention of States, and if you're looking for a way to express your activism, self-governing activism. We have a number of different ways, and going through this recruitment, this series of landing pages will help you narrow down to what you would be interested in participating in our state. Might be a leadership position, might be more of a support position. It may be strictly a community-oriented type activity. Whatever it may be, this gives you a process to narrow that down to what you would really like to be involved in, and where you can go to get more information on it, as well as a human that we make available to you to talk to, if you prefer to speak with a human to go through this process, which a lot of us prefer that. So look for in the newsletter, look for the article, the section involved in recruitment, which pertains to the program called Indiana Step Up. I think you'll enjoy that, and if you want to get involved with us in Convention of States, this is a good way to get it done. Might mention once again the newsletter that you're looking at right now, the state newsletter, The Finish Line, an excellent publication here in the state of Indiana. Our editor, Susan Lyon, and our state communications coordinator, Ken Kashuba, both do an excellent job at providing everyone with a very, very nice and professionally done state newsletter. So I hope you enjoy this newsletter that we offer you here. So I also want to mention some live streaming and activities that we offer here in the state of Indiana. We do a live stream every Monday evening at 7 p.m. and we live stream to our state Facebook page, Convention of States Indiana, as well as to our YouTube channel, Indiana Patriots for Convention of States. Once again, we do that every Monday evening at 7 p.m. To those two destinations. Then also, every fourth Monday, we convert that format into a roundtable discussion, going to the same two destinations. And that roundtable is then hosted by one of our other volunteer activists, John Ackerman. So those are two live streams that we offer throughout every week, throughout month in and month out. Now we're also offering, if you're an individual that enjoys listening to a podcast, we offer 2 podcasts available to you. The first one is called COS Indiana Live Voices, and that's where we interview some of the more dynamic volunteer activists that we have here in the state of Indiana. These are all focused, the live streams as well as the podcast, all focus on Indiana and people in Convention of States here in Indiana. So the first podcast, COS Indiana Live Voices, and the other podcast is the roundtable, the live stream roundtable that we do every 4th Monday. We take the audio portion of that broadcast and we offer that as a podcast. So that's COS Indiana Live Roundtable Podcast. Those podcasts can be found at 2 places, Spotify.com or Anchor.fm. Spotify.com or Anchor.fm. So that's where you can find those 2 podcasts available to you. So those are pieces of communication that are available to you every week in and week out. Now, also, prayer is very important to Convention of States here in Indiana as well as nationally. It's part of our core values, and we have a state prayer contact individual, Tim Heidenreich. So there's his telephone number and email address. Any kind of need that you may have for prayer, feel free to contact Tim and make that known to him, and we will certainly accommodate your needs. So that's it as far as a snapshot is concerned. I'll try to do this every month going forward and make it part of the newsletter. Once again, we would certainly love to have you as part of our family here in Indiana for Convention of States. We have a very good organization here in Indiana, and I think you will enjoy working with us and becoming part of our family. So there's a place for you here in Indiana. If you've been thinking about this for some time, if you have finally decided to get off the couch and get involved, we offer you the opportunity to do that here in Indiana Convention of States. So again, my name's Dale Parrish. I'm the state director for Convention of States here in Indiana. And thank you for viewing our newsletter, and hope to meet you in the future as part of our family here, Convention of States in Indiana. Thank you very much.